Hello and welcome to another episode of the Recon Jeep Mods. Today we're gonna look at the front axle and look closer to the front suspension and what's keeping the axle in position. I'm gonna explain to you why I cut my brand new Rancho control arms in half. It's because home-brewed long arms. So enjoy the episode after the intro. So here's the short arms from Rancho. And my initial plan was to run the short arms setup on my XJ. But then I got an email from my friend Nikolai in Moscow. And he said, "Hi Robin, why don't you go long arms?" And I was like, yeah, I want to keep it a bit simple and use the short arms that I already have. And he said, "I got a drawing for the cross member for a long arm setup. Do you want it?" I was like, okay, what the heck, why not? So I got the drawings and we water jet cut the parts. So now the cross member is done and it's fitted under the vehicle. I don't know if you can see it, it's a bit dark down there, but it's in there somewhere. Yeah, it's there. So it's a three-piece design. So it's fitted. So now I'm gonna, and yeah, now that I already have the short arms with nice bushings, and it's adjustable in this end with a threaded insert here. So instead of just getting new tubes and weld on some bushings and some kind of adjustability with big bolts or something, I'm gonna use what I have. So I'm gonna cut it in half and insert them and drill holes and plug weld and also weld around here, and be careful to not damage the bushings. I will weld a little bit at a time and let it cool so I don't destroy the rubber in the bushing. And then I'm gonna weld on these brackets like that on the lower arms, and I'm gonna use these guys to fit there and to the top of the upper mount on the axle. So it will not be a true 3-link setup. It will be more of a radius arm setup, you know, like most long arm setups on these cars is this type. There will be more binding in the bushings with this radius setup, but I think with these bushings they are quite soft, so I think this will take care a lot of the bending forces that will be created with this setup. And this will not be some kind of flex monster or something. It will be more of a overland rig. So for me, it will work just fine. And I also think if it would be, if I would use it off-road and there will be a lot of articulation and a lot of flex, I think this setup will be just fine for that as well. So next step is to start to cut. Remove the paint, drill the holes and throw them in there and start to weld them on. Okay, let's go. Both lower arms are now assembled, but not welded. I will weld here, and I've also made drilled holes for some plug welds on both ends. Yeah, I have a little bit of adjustment left, about an inch, half inch maybe. And I have a lot of adjustment if I want to make these guys longer than this. But right now, in this length, the front axle is about 2.5, 3 inch stretch towards the front. So now I'm gonna position them in the brackets under the vehicle and see where I'm gonna put these guys for the upper control arms, for the radius arms. The long arms are now fitted on the cross member and down to the axle. And the upper arms are fitted to the stock positions. And I'm gonna weld these on now on the lower control arm. And this is the stock bracket where the stock arms is positioned, so you can see the difference in angle. The long arms are much more level and has not such a steep angle as the stock control arms would have going down there. And the stock arms are about 400 millimeters long, center to center, and the long arms are almost 1000 millimeters. So they're more than twice as long as the stock arms. So yeah, I'm gonna weld them on now, and then I will remove the arms, fully weld them, and paint them. Yeah. On the welding table, spot welded, ready for fully weld, and weld in the spot weld or hole weld or what to call it, and the weld around here. A bit careful so I don't destroy the bushings, and also the weld around here. And then fully welded. I'm gonna remove some of the spots from the welding machine. It's all been cleaned, and it's time to start with the painting. Same for the axle. I'm gonna replace the diff cover later on with the Rancho one. That's why it looks like crap right now. Yeah, let's start with the paint. Well, there you have it. How you convert your short arms to long arms. Not that difficult if you know what you're doing. And remember, if you don't trust yourself as a welder, don't try to do this, because if you are in the traffic and any parts breaks, like the control arms, there is a big chance for a terrible accident. So be careful out there, and do it seriously. And if you don't trust yourself, there are kits to buy out there that's already welded, okay? So that's great. Next episode, we're gonna talk about this. Unibody stiffeners. Because the XJs are really famous to have the weak unibody. And what that means is that when you flex the vehicle, if you have, if you're flexing and you can't open the doors because the body of the vehicle itself is so soft. So a very common modification is to weld on frame stiffeners or unibody stiffeners. So we're gonna look closely into that one in the next episode. And don't forget to subscribe, and please like the video if you enjoyed it, and comment if you have any questions, if there is anything that you want me to show in a later episode. If you think that I missed something, please comment. I'll answer everything, almost, I promise. Okay, Take care. See you next time. Bye.